Alright folks, what is up? This is One Big Bugger and I am coming at you with League of Legends, and yes, we are going for the second time back into the mid with Zilean. So why do I pick Zilean when I play mid? Well, he's a safe mid. He can farm safely from a distance. Um, People don't like to get in to his range because of his bombs early game. He's very strong. And he's very, very difficult to kill once you hit level 6 because of his ulti. So he's a safe pick, and for somebody who's not very good mid, he actually does well with, actually plays well into my more passive style. So yes, this is going to be a lot of farming, and I apologize for that. But I am really tired. I've had a really long day. I've got all kinds of things that are set up and done. I have a new gaming mouse coming, a Logitech G500. I have a new chair coming, so I can get out of this old kitchen chair that I sit on every day. I'm getting a nice, more comfortable office-style chair. I just got a new fan, so hopefully it's not making too much noise. And me and my wife are getting a new car, a 2012 Scion XB wagon that's fully loaded. It's a special edition vehicle, kind of. It's a nice darkish orange color, leather interior, dark gray. It's got all the bells and whistles and everything. But normally I wouldn't go for a vehicle that's that fancy, but the fact that it's a Toyota, it's from Toyota, that I trust it because I trust Toyota. And from what I've gathered, the Scion XBs are really, really solid. My uncle has one, and it's really, really nice. This is only a year older than his. It doesn't even have 20,000 miles yet. It has 16,500 miles on it, so it's a really great car. But enough about my personal life. So, as you can see, they're going to invade us, and we should have expected this because it's a Fiddlesticks. It is extremely common to invade when there is a Fiddlesticks. So, even though it's going against us right now, there's an Ignite, there's flashes, there's bombs. There is an Ignite on Jax, a few auto attacks. He's forced to flash over, but he flashes over into everybody. We do get a first blood, but 1 dies, 2 dies, and 3 dies. So we lose 3 and we lose blue. And there's nothing I can do for it. I already know this. There's just nothing I can do. I'm kind of like hopelessly poking around, but it's gone. And I've already used up some of my sustain, and I've thrown my ward over the wall, so I don't have a ward right now either. So I started on my opening with the crystalline flask, a health potion, and a ward. I am down my health potion and ward already. And I'm not the best CSer in the world, but again, when I play a lane, I literally go into the lane with the mindset of holding it, not winning it. To hold my own, to not let my opponent get an advantage on me or my team by free farming or pushing my tower. Because if I go the mindset of winning right now, I tend to get over aggressive. I'm not playing my tanky CC kind of champion, like to play like Nautilus and all that. So it's not the greatest idea for me to try and go for that. So that's why I picked Zilean. He's very safe farm. He's very good at farming. I'm not using my bombs right now. I'm trying to conserve my mana, conserve my flash charges. As yes, they're going to give blue to Zyra, but it's really not a big deal because, again, Zilean, if you play him right, you can clear waves, you can do all right, and you can hold your own really well. And I am going to have to face a blue buffed Zyra, but I'm not overly concerned about it. Now, I am using my experience build Zilean. Now, even though his experience, his passive will eventually be changed, as stated by Morello, and I think it was Morello, maybe others, as I take some harass damage from the plant, but I'm not too worried about it. I'm in my tower. I'm trying to farm. I'm realizing this is not going to go well because Zilean has terrible auto attack. I'm just going to try and get what I can, which really is not much to nothing. But I am using my experience build, Zilean, which means I have 90, 0, 9, and 21. I'm down 21 points in the offense, picking up all the experience boosts that I can in the utility tree, with just enough in the defensive tree, including magic resist. I typically don't go armor. I usually use magic resist. And my runes are magic penetration reds, armor yellows, I believe, magic resist per level blues. They may even be mana regen blues. I'll have to go over it in detail. I'll put it down in the description below. But the one thing I do know I am using is experience bonus quint. So 2% experience per quint, 3 quints, 6% experience. This build gives you about a 20% boost to experience. So it becomes very, very easy to stay above your opponent in terms of levels. As you can see, I'm already level 6. Zyra is level 4. So this is something that, she just reached level 5. This is something that a lot of people will not understand when they see a Zilean, is how you're so far ahead of them. And that's because you're going in with high experience. More aggressive Zilean players could take this build and really make something of it. Better harass, better magic penetration, maybe. They can go for the kills and whatnot. They use the speed boost better and all that. But again, I use it to just keep people back, to keep that level advantage. People see how high in level you are, and they just, again, I'm taking plant harass. I'm hurt. My flasks are out, but I'm still relatively safe. I'm not too worried. I plant a bomb up top by accident, but it's all right. So, yeah. As it is right now, I'm just trying to get this wave to turn around. And there we go. That's enough for me that I'm going to go back and buy at this point. So when people see that you're so higher level than them, that you're 2 levels higher than them, or, maybe even somebody who's a lot better at CSing than I am is 3 levels higher, then they become a little more timid in going in on you because of how strong you are. Comparatively, a lot of people say, whoever reaches level first and all in at level 2 or all in at level 3, things like that. Well, you're going to be higher than them at all times. And even though his passive is going to be changed from a global, it's still going to be changed, but it'll probably still be experience based. He'll gain extra experience more than likely. And yeah, I end up missing the cannon creep, which is really terrible, but again, not so much. Now, as you see, I did get some CS. I bought the Chalice of Harmony, 2 wards, 2 health potions, and of course recharge my crystalline flask. And I am pushed into the tower, which means right now Zyra is missing all this experience. I am blowing mana like crazy to keep the wave in the tower so that it dies to the tower as much as possible, denying Zyra as much experience as I can, as I possibly can, even though I missed a CS there. So I'm level 8 to Zyra's level 6 now, and she's missed a ton of minions to the tower, and we've pulled within 2 kills now. We have we've pulled ahead in kills. I forgot, we're purple team. Again, I'm a little tired. So yes, we have a slight gold lead, and we've pulled 2 kills ahead despite dropping 3 kills early. I know there was a double kill up top, and then bottom's been dominating. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't approve of a Nidalee support. I don't. If it comes down to a brawl pre-level 6, chances are it's not going to go well in your favor, especially versus a CC support like Nami, Lulu, Leona, Taric, and I just dropped my ward there rather than ward deep. So I'm warded on both sides now, and I'm up high enough, and I really shouldn't have done that because that auto attack caused me to miss the cannon creep again, which means if I had left it, I think my bomb would have gotten it. So that was really, really poor. I apologize on my part to do that. But then again, I'm not a lane player. I don't I don't do very well CSing. I try, but again, that's one of the other reasons I focus on Zilean. And there we go. Zyra ulti's missing completely. I take some harass, but I'm not overly worried. I still get health potions. I still get the crystalline flask. And I still have my ulti. And unlike last time when I brought you Zilean, I'm not very likely to screw it up anymore. And another reason people hate Zilean is, watch this, flash, ignite, I just ulti myself, I let it run out, and I'm fine. Now, my mistake here is, of course, I brought barrier. I didn't need barrier, but I brought it anyways. But I am hurt. I got to pop my flask. I'm going to pop all 3 charges on it. And right now, Zyra's screwed. Zyra blew everything to get me, and this is what I love about Zilean. Zyra blew everything to get me. She blew her flash, she blew her ulti, she blew her ignite, her ulti's gone, she's got nothing. So I'm relatively safe. She tried to all-in me, and it didn't work because of my ulti. Too many people nowadays, even when you see the Zilean ulti on somebody, go for the kill. And then they come back up and they get away, so that everything you've dropped into that kill goes for nothing. If you dropped your ulti, if you dropped your ignite, or if you flashed, well, guess what? It didn't work. And that's exactly what Zyra did here. You know, blew everything into the ulti, and, well, everything into the kill, and I just ultied it out and came back. Not a big deal. That's why I love Zilean so much. Is, you know, you can get all in and still walk away from it. Or in Zilean's case, float away from it. So I go back to base. I buy boots. I buy a... what is this called again? Fiendish Codex, yes. I buy boots, Fiendish Codex, a ward. Nope, 2 wards. I waited for the second ward to tick out. Now I'm headed back to lane. As you can see, Fiddlesticks is chasing Jax down the lane and gets a kill. Unfortunately, he's going to run into Zyra. I should have pinged missing. I don't know if I did, but he has a good fear. He should be able to get away. Katarina's coming down to assist. She pings that she's coming. There's probably a fear and drain on Katarina. On Zyra. Now she's forced back. I managed to catch most of the minion wave that was left before I got to the tower. Zyra's been forced back. And like I said, she's got nothing. She's no flash, no ignite, and I'm just going to reward up. And, you know, she's prime for a gank. Especially now, look at how low health she is. You know, I'm full health. If I was aggressive, I could easily go in on her and get the kill. And if I had actually taken ignite, which I should have, instead of barrier, I don't know why I took barrier, I just did. I probably could have all in there and killed her. But I'm actually, you know, was telling Fiddle, no flash, no ignite, you know, no ulti. Zyra all-in'd me. Although she may have her ulti back by now. She still get no flash, no ignite. And so finally here comes Fiddlesticks. And Fiddlesticks is going to ulti. And I thought this was going to miss. But he manages to get in. And the fear walks her back in with the drain. I put the speed up on Fiddlesticks because I thought he might need it to get in close or to get out of the turret, but ended up not needing it. The fear caused her to walk back into it, and the drain, and Fiddlesticks, I believe it was Fiddlesticks that got the kill. But we're up 4 to 10 now, 20,000 to 14,000, so we're sporting pretty close to a 6k lead. I dropped the ward over by the race there in the open area. Maybe not the best place to drop it, but still, it's some ward protection versus no ward protection. I should drop it more over here, or even here, so I can cover all of this rather than just this area. But either way, whatever. We end up getting bot tower as well. Gnosis comes in to protect mid tower, and we just keep harassing him out right now. Again, I play passive. What else to say? I'm not aggressive. I like to hold my lane. I like playing farm mids, you know, which is actually old school. Tried to get in close enough for a bomb, but there's no way. I was way too far out. Yeah, but I like going old school play, like Mulsahars, Morganas, even Annie's. Annie's can be more aggressive, but she's still a farming mid. You know, she likes to farm. Vigar, sort of, although I have a lot of trouble playing Vigar for whatever reason. And we end up getting Dragon, which I actually get it with an auto attack of all things. But still, we end up picking up the Dragon. And Nami's just keeping an eye on the lane, and I'm coming back now. You know, I still get plenty mana. I get poked a little bit. I don't care. Looking just to push the lane back, and I do spot Gnosis with my ward, so we immediately just back up. You know, we want nothing to do with that. And Gnosis turns, and I see him go, and I know he's going for Wraiths. So Nami goes left, and I go right. Probably should have been the other way, as Nami bubbles him. And he turns on her, but then he sees me coming, so he knows he's busted at this point. The Nami wave, unfortunately, we've got nobody else to help us, and even though we do a lot of damage, it's just not going to be enough to kill him. But it really did hurt him, drove him out, forced him back, and Jax did not follow, fortunately. He started coming down too late to help Gnosis, and you know, now he's backing out of lane as well. So Nami's keeping my lane secure because bot lane's in good shape, and I'm going to head back now. Yes, I am going for the Chalice, because even though he's able to rewind, having max cooldown on Zilean is huge. Having that 40% cooldown on Zilean is huge, because you get that rewind every 4 seconds, and you can just do so much with just being able to rewind. If you hit your rewind every time it comes up right after using your ulti on its max level, you can have your ultimate back in like 30 seconds, 24 seconds, somewhere in there. It's really nuts how quickly you can have your ulti back. And so many times, not in this particular game, but so many times I've actually just saved one person after another, and because I constantly had my ulti, I was hitting rewind so much. So it really did help. And again, I'm taking a little bit of harass. Not worried. Fiddlesticks picks up a double kill bot lane. So despite his bad start off because of being invaded and the kills and losing blue, he's pretty well back into the game now. And again, I'm just with Zyra. She is up to level 11, but she's not quite one level down from me. She's a bit more than one level down, level and a half maybe, as I'm constantly ahead of her, and I've come out of lane a little bit, so she's been able to farm a little bit more than I have. Miss putting my bomb over top of the same minion, but it still works out, as that's another reason why I like Zilean. 1 bomb pop, 2 bomb, and you clear the back line. So I'm guaranteed at least 3 CS per wave, as bad as I am. Again, I ward up in the back there. Probably, maybe not the best place to ward, as Zyra does get me. Again, I'm not overly concerned about it. I have my ulti at any time. I have Flask. I have Health Potion. So I'm just there to try and be annoying. She gets me again. She does hurt me as I take more damage and harass. You know, she's using blue buff. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Even if I do end up dying as I take more harass, and you actually see me taunting there at this point. I'm like confident at this point in my ability to not die and to keep the lane secure. As a matter of fact, I'm trying to goad her, and here it comes. And there's everything again. There's my ulti, and I just pop back up, walk back into the tower, and now I have health and mana again. You know, it was really at that point that I had the confidence to know that I could fight this Zyra and not die, that I could hold this lane. Again, not enough to say I could kill her. I don't know why I put the bomb on his head, but whatever. We also get top tower now, so we're 2 towers up. We're plenty of kills up. And I'm not rewinding as much as I should be. See, my rewind's up right now. I should be rewinding again. But I don't. So I'm not getting the full cooldown benefit on my ulti as I just continue to auto-attack. Fiddle steps on a plant in the bush and ends up revealing himself, so he just kind of comes trotting through. Katarina's in behind me. Not worried. The river's well warded by everybody. You know, 2 purples, 2 blues, so lower river's well warded. I'm tripping over that one. Fiddlesticks tries to ulti in Zyra. Doesn't work, but still more harass. Again, it's not the most exciting game, but it's just how I like to play, and it's very, 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 very rarely as Katarina and Fiddlesticks just tower dive, and I actually pick up the kill with an auto attack. Zilean auto attack OP. Apparently it kills dragons and plant ladies. The Ezreal ult trying to pick up Fiddlesticks but misses. And that's going to be it for this mid tower. And we're going to go up 3 towers to nothing, 15 kills to 5, 31k to 20k. Yeah, so we got a real significant lead right now. I have seen, like I said, leads like this before overcome, but not this time. Well, obviously not this time, or I wouldn't be bringing this to you now, would I? So now I'm looking to protect Katarina. I'm not worried about mid lane. I'm looking to try and not just protect, but maybe bait somebody in. As we actually get a surrender vote from the blue team. But yeah, it is actually a little early. I'm looking to stay far enough behind Katarina that I can't be seen by minions, but close enough that I can jump in quick if something were to happen. And sure enough, here comes the response starting. And there's Jax. He jumps in. I pop out of the bush, pop up a few bombs on him, plus the Katarina ulti. Unfortunately, there is an Italy. I get hurt. I do ulti myself, allow myself to be killed. Katarina jumps out as I come back up, and there we go. We do get a. I thought we got a kill, no, but we both end up dying. I thought we'd be able to do something, but it was 4 of them versus 2. Still, if you consider that there was only me and Katarina, and you take a look in general, their health bars, I don't think we did too bad. And if it was 2v2, or maybe even we could have come out of 3v2, but they brought 4, so there was little we could do about that. So I finish up my chalice. Now, normally I would actually get, what is it? Normally I'd actually get the Ionian boots for maximum cooldown reduction. Chalice and Ionian boots is a immediate 40% cooldown reduction. It's automatic. It's probably the best 2 item combination if you want to go maximum cooldown reduction right away without using any runes for it. But I decided to go magic penetration on this one because the reality is, other than my runes, I have no magic penetration. So I decided to skip over. Maybe I could get more cooldown reduction somewhere else, and get these sorcerer shoes instead for the magic penetration that they grant. Are they really needed right now? Well, if you take a look at the enemy team, yes, Zyra has actually gone to the Spectral Cowl, so she took magic resist to deal with my poke. Yeah, here you go, Negatron Cloak. Nothing on Gnosis right now, but there's a Negatron Cloak on Jax as well. And, well, why not? You know, you have Fiddlesticks, you have Nami, you have Katarina, and you have Zilean, so that's all AP. Our only AD is Quinn. But you take a look at what Quinn has and the fact that armor-wise, yeah, there's nothing except for Gnosis, who has the Emblem of Valor. There's no other armor in here, so they're leaving themselves wide open to, if you take a close look, a very fed Quinn, 7-2. And Fiddlesticks, of course, is 8-1, so I would understand going this, but wow, just, yeah, you see, Quinn takes out a tower, there goes Nidalee. I don't, you know, I gotta say this, Gunda's actually really good support. I really like him. He's a great guy. He's a good support. But sometimes, I have to be honest, and Gunda, if you see this, I am sorry. Please don't take it personally. Sometimes I wonder about your choice of when to use your ulti. But still, it's not a terrible thing. No harm, no foul, so it's fine. Plenty of bombs to go around, trying to push a very strong advantage on this bot lane as we've picked up the mid turret. And you can see them now working the mid turret in the mid lane. And we'd really... little misthrow there. We really want this advantage here as we get knocked up. I get taken low health. I immediately just, yep, there we go. Ulti, Quinn gets out. Yep, dead, dead, everyone dead. And then Gnosis comes in. And I'm like, you know, this might be a good time to leave. I speed up Quinn because she's the lowest health. And again, I'm not rewinding enough. I should be constantly rewinding to bring my ulti off cooldown as soon as possible, and I'm not doing it. So yeah, bad play on my part again, but yeah. I signaled my team to go for Dragon again that's here, and I think they were going to try and go back, maybe get Gnosis or something, but I signaled for Dragon, and actually Fiddlesticks listens. Fiddlesticks is the odd man out is when we play with four people in a team. So Fiddlesticks was the odd man out, which is why I'm not jungling. It's because he wanted to jungle, and I decided I would just fill in. I'm going back while there's some action going on in the mid lane as Jax and Gnosis fall back from Quinn and Fiddlesticks. To be honest, so would I, because Katarina's not far behind. So right now, as Zilean, I've picked up the mask, the Haunting Guise. And again, going for magic penetration. I'm just looking to stack magic penetration right now. I would do this on a lot of APs, to be honest. Just get heavy magic penetration and then build damage for the late game, because magic penetration gives you that damage. And considering that they're building a lot of magic resist, I really just feel like this is a good idea. And the ulti, unfortunately, I don't think hits anybody, but Fiddlesticks does. The bubble does well. A lot of damage going out. This Fiddlesticks goes into Zhonya's. I should have ultied him, but my eyes were forward, not backwards. And I actually froze up there for whatever reason. But flash, dive, attack, really quick. And nope, didn't work. I sped her up to try and go in, and then she does. I'm like, oh well, crap. So I'm following Quinn. I'm like, no, Quinn, don't die. And I ulti her up. And she goes down, and doink, comes back up with the tower no longer attacking her. So, and then Nidalee comes in thinking, I got this. No. And then speed her up so she can get out of the tower as Jax gets raped as well. I think they're underestimating just how fed Quinn is right now. And if you need any more proof, unfortunately Zyra does eventually end up killing Quinn, but you just saw the damage she did there. She took out Zyra, she took out Nidalee, she took out Jax, so yeah, it was just really strong. We overstayed our welcome there. We could have left without getting Quinn killed, but it's not a terrible thing because she'll be up shortly, and they'll be down numbers as well. So all in all, it's okay. It was really fun, honestly. I was laughing as we were dancing around the tower, just trying to keep them alive, and Gnosis falling back from Zilean. I don't know why. I mean, my score is not that great. I only have 132 CS, and I'm 1-1-7, you know, which is kind of how I play Zilean. I kind of play a second support mid and late game rather than play an aggressive AP, you know, maybe burst mage. I play him as a second high AP support, but I don't know. Maybe it's just because the rest of the team's fed that they think that I'm scary. So I want blue buff right now. And I'm going to get blue buff. And even at this level, it still takes too damn long. There you go back, and there we go, Haunting Guise. And yeah, Katarina just like destroys. And even though she dies, Jax goes down. Now, if you take a look at what I'm doing here, I can actually stay permanently speed boosted as I hurry back down. Even though I don't think I have the speed boost at max. Yeah, I don't have the speed boost at max speed yet. I don't have it level 5. I have level 4. I was able to keep my speed boost up with maximum cooldown reduction, 40%, because I have the blue buff. I was able to keep it up the entire time and just like come tearing down the mid lane with no problems. So that's something that's really fun with Zilean, is you just keep spamming that rewind, and you just keep flying around. People can't catch you and whatnot. So we took their Nexus, and even though they're all up and we don't have Quinn with us right now, We want to do Baron. We're looking at Baron. We're trying to wait till Quinn and Katarina get here. As I put bombs over on the lizard just so that the camp will eventually respawn. And as you can see, they know that we're looking to play for Baron. So we're now trying to bait it out. We know they're coming. We have wards in the area. We know they're there, and we're just trying to bait them into a fight at this point. As Nami takes damage, Jax decides he wants to initiate, and he's just going to get annihilated between Quinn, Fiddlesticks, and, you know, I don't think my bomb over his head did anything other than be over his head. So I'm like, all right, this is our chance. They've lost Jax, they lost their a significant amount of tankiness, and they've lost a significant amount of attack damage, so we need to go in. Now, Fiddlesticks here is the one that needs to be tanking this because of his drain, but he's playing guard dog, and I'm like, no, I'll go play guard dog, and you get in there and tank that because nobody else can. So Fiddlesticks does finally go in, start draining it, and we do eventually get it, despite Katarina takes a lot of damage. But we do have Baron now, so that's a big boon in our favor. And even though we do get Zyra ulted on, Zyra still goes down. We catch Ezreal out, and he goes down as well. And I told my nephew, as I put my ult on him, just go in the tower and die real quick. Go, 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 before it wears off. But, you know, what am I thinking? This is Katarina. But as you can see, by the time this is pretty much done, the enemy team has had enough, and there's the surrender. As we're 36 to 12, 55k to 34, 55.5 to 34.5. You know, we just had way too much of a lead, and I didn't do great. I was 1-1 and 11 with 144 CS. It's not terrible for me, but it's not good by any means. Our Fiddlesticks, you know, 12 and 2. Our Quinn, 16 and 4. You know, there's the powerhouses, and then of course, Katarina is something always to be worried about, no matter what. Despite an early invade, you know, we dug in there. We didn't let it get to us. Fiddlesticks recovered out of the jungle with some kills, and we just snowballed it into one hell of a victory. So there you go, folks. It's Zilean Mid again. I know it's not the greatest gameplay, but like I said, I'm just really tired today after so much activity. I'm recording this at 11 o'clock at night. Again, it's something I really didn't want to do. I didn't want to bring you what I consider a somewhat subpar commentary on a somewhat game. But it wasn't as bad as my Xin Zhao, I don't think. Just maybe not as exciting. And I apologize for that if not. At the very least, you enjoyed this, at least some. I definitely enjoyed bringing it to you. Until next time, folks, this is One Big Bugger signing out. And please, if you stayed this long listening, remember to hit the like button, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you would, please. It'd be greatly appreciated. Until next time, I'm signing out, and I'll see you then.